Hey, it's Bill Gross, the LA probate expert, and this is my weekly series on the real estate market for my clients, investors, wholesalers, real estate agents on my team, people that I work with nationally. So, I look at the market and I try to educate myself so I can make good decisions and good recommendations. And along the way, I find it difficult as I look through the market to find the noise from the chaff, what's really happening from a lot of the false information. And we've all heard about fake news and clickbait on political and news stories. And my contention is that's true in real estate as well. And I just hate it. I came across an incredible example today, I should say earlier this week, that I wanted to share today on today's video. So, this is a case where CNN Business, which is a popular website, is talking about the market crazy, but I think for my money is making the market even crazier. Let's take a look. The title screams, buyers, get ready for another crazy housing market next year. Now, I don't know how crazy it is for customers. It has been challenging as a professional, but certainly using the word crazy isn't one I would normally use if I was writing an article on a major news. But that's when you scroll down a little bit, what you find on the right, I think, is them throwing gasoline on the craziness. Here's an advertisement from Lending Tree. Now, Lending Tree is a company that doesn't lend anything. They're an advertising firm, and what they do is they kind of fool buyers into clicking on and submitting for rate quotes, and then send out that information to multiple lenders that you apply with, and they're shot. And basically, those lenders are buying those leads and trying to sell you into something. And in my experience, it never matches up. But take a look. If you look at the numbers closely, they're quoting a 30-year fixed rate today of 2.38% with an APR of 2.74. That's impossible. That rate does not exist today. Nobody believes that rate. We know it doesn't exist. Now, it might be the Lending Tree has customers who applied a month ago, back when the rates were that low, and locked in the rate, and maybe today are getting it delivered. But there's no new customers getting that rate today unless the markets go down. How do we know that? Because when we look at the actual rates for the marketplace in the Wall Street Journal, for example, it tracks these things. You can see the Fannie Mae 30-year mortgage yield for 30 days. Now, that's 30 days on a bond. But of course, you have an escrow period and it won't close maybe for 60 days. It's about 3%. And then the lender makes a spread of about 3.75. This is a rate a lender would buy, would sell a bond to, and they would get back about 3%. So they would do a mortgage at 3.375 to 3.5%. That's the rate consumers get today. We can see that number. It's not hidden in any way, but for some reason, CNN is kind of pretending as though that's not really the case. And it's just not accurate information. It's the rates are out of touch. They have not updated their advertisement. And here's what I would say. If anybody here today, January 16th, goes on to Lending Tree and gets a rate of 2.38% for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage and closes it, let me know. I'll be glad to donate $100 to the charity of your choice. It's just not going to happen. There's no possible way. Now, we know where the rates really are, and so that's but really, how do you find a good rate? I work with lenders every day. I work with a lot of bad ones. That come to me as a listing agent, and I work with good ones I recommend. I work with good ones who are going to be in the business 6 months from now, a year from now, because they're in the business 10 years ago. Too many lenders choose these anonymous lead generation services because they can create a name, quote you something on Lending Tree, and then if they have bad customer reputations, just change your name, pop back up as something else. So these services, not just Lending Tree, they're all kind of the same in my experience. Any lender that needs leads in this market, where the market's been so hot, is not worthy, in my opinion, of your attention. Now, what is good news for buyers is I think that we as an industry, and in particular the real estate press, has not done a good job of preparing buyers. So there are a lot of buyers who are sitting on the sidelines frustrated, who still want to buy, who will qualify to buy when they discover they don't need the down payment they think they do. Here's an amazing survey from the National Association of Realtors. And basically it tells you that about 89% of buyers think they need more than 5% down to get a house. That's not true. You can get in at 3.5% with a FHA loan, 5% down on a conventional loan. And the reason why those loans are at a competitive disadvantage in a red hot market is maybe number one, sellers and listing agents prefer cash buyers. And two, the lenders haven't done a good job of presenting those buyers as being as good as cash, because the 3.5% or 5% down, if as long as the loan money is there, the money is as good as cash. It's really, in my experience, more about the presentation by the lender, not about the buyer actually qualifying or not qualifying. And so there's a whole world of buyers who've been either submitting offers and getting knocked down, or haven't even got into the business yet of making offers to buy property, because they think more than they have. They think they need more than they have to in order to qualify for a loan. And that's not the case. But as time goes on, they'll learn more about that. Competitive real estate agents and lenders will teach those buyers, and those buyers will come to the market, bringing an additional source of demand. So even if rates do go up a bit, and even if inventory does go up a bit to slow the market down, new buyers will come in to continue, I think, for the next couple of years, a good, healthy, competitive real estate market. In fact, Mansion Global put on their screamed on their headlines the other day that, and this is the fact, that the US is facing the most competitive January property market ever. The combination of historic low rates and historic low um, um, inventory are making January, this January right now going on, the most competitive in the market. So what do you do? Well, if you're looking to buy something, let's get prepared. Let's get you with a great lender, get your loan lined up so you're like a cash buyer, get your lender, and I have partners I work with that will present your offer with strength, with power to get you accepted. If you're a seller, this is a great chance still to get your home sold at a great price and dictate the terms, whether you're buying something else or moving cross country. This is the time really of your lifetime to get a home sold. So if I can help you, let me know. I'm Bill Gross, the LAProbateExpert.com. Call me, text me, email. My number, 310-210-0008, 310-210-0008, and make today your best day ever. Thank you so much.